guys coming from?
Thank you.
From Vietnam.
Right.
Vietnam.
You guys
Vietnam.
can sit all the way to the front and across from each other, please.
Ý.
I want to need you guys to sit in front of each other so that we can get to the top over here. Okay? You guys can sit right across from each other. Thank you, thank you. We can move down this all the way to the front. If you guys can do the same over there as well, right in front of each other. If you guys can move maybe 2 seats. Thank you, appreciate you guys.
If you don't have any people down there, you'll see them when they're
You should be leaving in 5 minutes.
They say that it's soundproof, fireproof, waterproof.
Thì chú ý lạc đường nhá. Nhìn thích đâu anh một người đi đâu phải đỉnh không?
Don't go nha. Welcome to welcome back Riverwalk. Out.
Probably know who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's right off. Yeah.
Bạn ơi, vậy thì chị đó là gì?
nhanh. Chưa.
Well, it looks better than the one with the L.
Như tê đen đi vậy. Chị đi
People pull out their cameras if they're start taking pictures of this parking garage over here. I don't know what's happening. So the Princess looking castle building over there is actually a church. It's the St. Joseph's Church. It was built back in the year 1868. German immigrants who settled in this area, they wanted a place where they can worship God in their own native language. That's why they built that church. Until this day, on the first Sunday of every month, the choir still sings in their native language. It's also open to the public if you guys would like to check it out. It is really beautiful Sunday morning. Building in front of us, to my left hand side, the one that says on the top, Hilton Palacio del Rio. It's a hotel that was built back in the year 1968. But can you guys see how big the hotel is? I'll tell you how big it is. It has 500 hotel rooms inside it. What makes this hotel really cool is that they built the entire hotel in less than 7.5 months. They built this entire hotel in 7 months and 12 days to be exact. How did they do that? It's called modular construction. So what happened was they built each hotel room about 8 miles away from here, and before they loaded each room in the back of the flatbed truck to bring the rooms to this location, they have already fully furnished the rooms with the bed, the mats, the legs, the seats, the pillows, the lights, the bubbles, the nights, the toilet paper. It's already set the rooms, but the rooms to the location, they didn't have to do this, but the green, but put it on one top of the other. And the registration was the rooms per day, but the rooms are so good, they was like 35 rooms per day, they're getting book of record because they built this hotel so fast. So, 7 months and 12 days. Until this day, this hotel is the fastest hotel of its size ever been built in the entire world. The question that people ask me the most about this hotel, and it is usually when people that are staying in there, the question they ask me the most is it safe to stay in there? I'm gonna make a stop over here before we make a left. The reason why I'm making a stop is because I gotta make sure there's no other boats coming to crash with us. I'm not trying to catch the sea like the one from that time. And then she said, yeah, I will never let go. And you know what she did? She let go. You know what that tells you, right boys? Tells you need to learn how to swim. Let's get it. The water from this river, normally it is very clear that you can see all the way to the bottom of the river. The reason why it looks pretty murky right now is because we got rain a couple of days ago. When that happens, it brings a lot of trash and dirt into the street level. It's going to take a couple more days from the last time it rained for the water to start looking clear back again. If you guys look back this way, on my left hand side above the street level, you guys are going to see a red structure. That is the Torch of Friendship. It was gifted to us in the year 2002 by the Mexican government. It represents the friendship between the United States and Mexico. Somebody asked me one time, they're like, hey Bob, why does it look so twisted? I was like, I don't know, fool. Alright guys, it looks like we are back to where we started. If you guys know what it means, it means this is the end of this boat tour. Please, everybody remain seated at all times. I will let you guys know when it's safe to stand up and exit the boat. All I want to say to you guys is thank you very much for coming on this boat tour. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to be your boat captain for today.
Vì không về con không về thấy ảnh theo làm con vịt về đánh trên canh à? Ở đây có mấy đường vịt cặp cả. Có đánh cá không ta? Kiểu nó thiết kế
Không có, ít.
Nước này đục quá, nước chút trong veo.
em hôm nọ luôn nó
Vịt nó bò ở trong. Em thấy Khánh đi nhỉ?
Không cho nhìn thấy cả đáy mà.
Vịt nọ đi nhặt trong veo.
không có anh nhặt cái vắng đây là nhặt vắng
Không trong cái đáy
vừa mưa xong
mưa xong.
đây cũng nhặt vắng là không có ai luôn.
Chút quá câu ấy thì hôm đấy này anh em mình đi sớm chứ không phải.
Đợt cao bên kia cũng là lấy đây thăm
Thì đứng đây lấy bắt xe buýt luôn.
The building in front of us, the one right next to it, the one with the two needles sticking at the top of the building, the one that says Marriott on the top. Well, guess what? That's the Marriott Hotel. before they built the Vera Hotel, there used to be another hotel in the same exact location. The name of the hotel is the Fairmont Hotel. That hotel was built back in the year 1906. It is a historic building. We cannot demolish historic buildings around here. You know what they did? They left the entire Fairmont Hotel, loaded up in top of $36 and rolled it down the street 6 blocks away from here. Now the Fairmont Hotel sits on the corner of South Alamo and River Street. It's in the Guinness Book of Record for being the largest building ever moved on public streets. The crazy part about the whole story is that the Fairmont Hotel is still open. You can still book your rooms online. You can spend the night there. Same hotel, same building, same name, same everything. The only one thing they change, their address. If you guys look to the right hand side above the street level, you guys are going to see the second tallest observation tower in the United States, Towers of the Americas, 750 feet tall. On top of the tower, they have an observation deck, a bar, and a restaurant that spins around every hour. Now, they said only the restaurant spins around, but I was up there one time for happy hour from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and the bar started spinning too. I was like, wow. Then I went to go to the restroom, and the restroom wasn't spinning. I was like, man, this place is cool. Back in the year 1981, there was a local kid named Tommy Johnson. He was 16 years old. He is the one who set the record for being the person who climbed the staircases of the Towers of the Americas. The fastest. From the bottom to the top, he did it in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. That 16-year-old kid is now 59 years old, and his record still stands. But don't you guys worry about it. They also have elevators inside there. They got elevators. I like those better anyway. Alright guys, I'm gonna get serious for this because I am about to talk to you guys about the most important statue of all. And I'm gonna explain to you guys why I said that. The most important statue of all is one right in front of us. This is called the Stargazer. She was gifted to us 2 years ago by a Mexican artist named Pedro Reyes. She is made out of volcanic rock. She is 16 feet tall. Can you guys see what she's holding in her hand? A star. That star is made out of marble. As we get close to it, if you guys look at the center of the star, there's a tiny little hole in the center of the star. So she's looking inside the tiny little hole. She's looking through the tiny little hole. What she's trying to see, what she's trying to figure out, it's when the Dallas Cowboys are going to make it to the Super Bowl. That's why she don't go sad. She's like, man, I don't see nothing here. Let's get out of here. I can't believe you guys would say something mean like that. You can see this box right here on my right hand side. This is our third and last outdoor location. Second outdoor different location. What difference between this outdoor location and what you guys got?
Tay ngắm phòng.
Exactly. We're going to be making a U-turn over here in front of us. Have you guys seen the movie The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift? This is what we're about to be doing right now. The only difference between us and that movie is that we're going to be doing this about 100 times slower, okay? This is just going to take so long, we can probably sing like 3 entire Britney Spears songs by the time we're done with this U-turn. Oops, I did it again. That's the only part I know from that song. Some of you guys might have noticed it already, that we are in the center of a building right now. This building we are being surrounded by, this is the River Center Mall. This is the second largest mall here in San Antonio. Over 1 million square foot of shopping. Inside this mall, you guys are going to find the Louis Vuitton store, the Gucci store, the Prada store, the Michael Kors. The ladies are going to be biggest smile on their faces right now. But you know what? I was just kidding. They don't have any of those stores inside here. The only store that I know they have inside here is the liquor store, okay? Now, if you guys are Lego fans, they do have Legoland, they have a sea life aquarium, they even have an IMAX movie theater that has been playing the same movie for many, many, many years. The name of the movie is Alamo. That price so freedom, 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 freedom. That's a more important version of what happened at the bottom of the Alamo. Some of you guys probably been wondering this whole time, how come that this boat is so quiet? How come that you guys cannot hear the turbo diesel engine on this boat? Well, that's because I don't have one of those, okay? This thing is more like a Tesla. This thing is electric. I plug in this boat at night before I go home, I leave it charging all night long, just like a cell phone. Then those batteries will get me going through the whole entire thing. This boat has anywhere from 4 to 6 batteries. We got 5 different colors and 5 different designs. That represents something different. This one happens to have the number 300 on the side of the panels. This one represents the 300-year anniversary of the city. You guys see the people inside this boat over here? Don't say hi to them. Those are pirates. So, when they come in for my job interview, to get this job, I show up to my job interview. As soon as I walk into the office, the guy looks at me and he says to me, "You're hired." And I was like, "Hey, what up, man?" I was like, "I just walked into the office. What do you mean?" And then he was like, "Yeah, man, you got the job." So I was like, "You're not going to ask me no interview questions." You know what he said? He said, "No need to." And that was pretty weird. But then, it took me long to realize why they hired me. The only reason why they hired me to do this job is because of this reason right here, right here. I meet the high requirement to work. It's like whatever, man. You guys see this guy right here, but right hand side? Not this one over here, the other one. The one that's holding the baby with the 6. How are you guys doing over here? Good. Welcome, Real Christians. My name is Bob. I'm going to be your boat captain for today. We're going to be spending about 30 minutes together. It depends on the weather and the traffic report. By the time we're done with this boat trip, we're going to be coming back to this exact location. I got to go over some safety rules and regulations before we get started. Please, everybody remain seated at all times. We're going to be going underneath a lot of low-hanging bridges and not trying to reach over and touch them with your hands. Some of them have sharp edges. I wouldn't want anybody cutting the beautiful little fingers. Keep everything inside the boat railing. That means arms, legs, heads, children, or those brand new iPhone 17s. Whatever number iPhone down now, keep them inside the boat railing. If you guys drop those $2,000 cell phones inside the river, you guys are not going to get them back. There's no smoking or vaping allowed during the boat tour on the river level. If they see you smoking or vaping, it's a $300 fine. Let's save that money for some margarita system. Life jackets, yes, I have some. They're underneath these hatches right over here. If you guys happen to fall inside the water, do not panic. Just stand up and walk yourself out of the river. It's only 2 to 5 feet deep. Only one small area is a lot deeper than that. I'm going to be pointing at that area as soon as we get. Alright, let's start talking about this section right here in front of us. This is the Anderson River Theater, established in the year 1941. It has capacity for 800 people. They have concerts over here, they have comedy clubs, riverboat parades are broadcast from this area. At least 150 different events here per year. If you guys look to my right hand side, this is the stage. Are you guys familiar with the movie Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock? If you guys remember the movie, there was a part in that movie where Miss Sandra Bullock was doing a bikini competition. She was in this very same exact stage. If you guys remember that part very well, when Miss Sandra Bullock was on top of this stage, during her bikini competition, there was a part where she winks and then she giggles. That's because she saw me driving by on my boat. I'm not making this up, guys. Next time you guys watch the movie again and you see Miss Sandra Bullock doing that, you guys are going to be like, yeah, that was Bob right there. That was Bob working hard. I still remember like it was yesterday. You guys see the statues over there in front of us? The statue of the bulls with the cowboy on the back of the horse. It looked like a scene from the Wild Wild West. Building sitting right behind it, that's the Briscoe Western Art Museum. They opened the doors back in the year 2013. They have a lot of cool artifacts inside this museum. But this same building has been here since the year 1930. In the year 1930, this building used to be the public library. Just a friendly reminder, everybody please remain seated. That bridge over there in front of us sits very, very low, and I need to make sure to align this boat to go right in the center of this opening so nobody hits their head. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a national basketball team. They came on the boat tour with me. Right when we were going underneath this bridge, I had to tell all those guys to lay down. Underneath this bridge is where most people get free haircuts. Do you guys see the black table over there in front of us? That's the Father Massonet table. It was gifted to us back in the year 1991 by a local artist. But this time we're sitting on top of an island. The name of this island is Marriage Island. Over 300 couples get married in this island per year. If you guys look at this island from above, the roots of this cypress tree make this island look like it's in the shape of a heart. If you guys would have been here during Valentine's Day, there was a crazy long line of couples trying to get on top of this island, either to get married or to propose. I was at the end of the line. I told my girl, this line is too long. Let's go sit at the bar instead. I didn't want to miss happy hour. But I don't know why she hasn't called me or texted me back ever since. She's been acting toxic. I'm confused. I don't know what she wants. Alright, now that we're out of that area over there where there's no hanging bridges, too many tight turns. This section in front of us is like a freeway. And these boats are so fast, they reach top speed as quick as 5 seconds. Does anybody wants to see how fast these boats are? Yes?
Show
Pedal
us.
to the metal, 5 seconds, get ready,
Yes.
here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen and children, we have reached full speed. Push into that living. Guys, I'm really not making this up. We've been going full speed ever since we left over there. Sometimes people worry when they see dogs swimming in front of the boat, they think we're gonna run them over. And you know what? I try. I can never get to them, they're too fast. How about this beautiful building on my left hand side with a big beautiful flag all the way in the top of the building? That's the Tower Life building. It was built back in the year 1929 by the Smith Young brothers. Costed $3 million to build this tower. $3 million. Do you guys see those other little things sticking at the top of the building? Those things are called gargoyles. When it rains, water comes out of their mouth. The Smith and Young brothers were very, very superstitious. If you guys look at the lower portion of the building, above the tree line, you guys gonna see some ugly looking faces. Those things are called grotesques. The reason why they put these ugly looking faces there is because supposedly they were all evil spirits and bad business. But they did not work. That same year that they completed this tower, 1929, that's when the stock market crashed, and that was the beginning of a really bad era. So 3 years later, the Smith brothers had to sell this entire building for only $300,000. Now I'm not good at math. I'm only good at math when I'm getting my paycheck. And I'm like Albert Einstein doing some algebra, trying to figure out where half of my paycheck went. And I think it's called the IRS. This is the only 8-sided building here in San Antonio. The south this building is neo-Gothic. Really, it's empty for now. But by the end of this year, they're going to be building apartments inside there. So if you guys need to move to the room area, apartments will be available for rent. And if you guys leave your windows open, you guys are going to get to hear me every single day. The building in front of us, that's the Teja County Courthouse. Oldest continuously operating courthouse in the state of Texas. It was built back in the year 1897. But if you guys see my camera, everybody look over here, everybody look at this way. This is a different angle to look at the top of what we're just talking about. Some people said it looks like a giant boat. I ain't gonna see that just a little bit. Some other people said it looks just like a Titanic. I know they got mental problems. Those people that say it looks just like the Titanic, some of them even say if they stay quiet long enough right about this area, they say they can even hear the horse of the Titanic. I know they are completely lost. Only crazy people can hear that. You guys see the markings of these little walls over here on both sides of the boat? There's a floodgate that sits underneath of us right now. when we have some heavy rains, there'll be two floodgates that will close. This is one of them. These two floodgates are the ones that keep this area that we've been on away from flooding. The section we just entered right now, this is the deepest part of the river. This is the flood channel, 21 feet deep. But don't you guys worry about it. I did tell you guys something. We have life jackets in this boat. What I did forget to tell you guys is that I only have two, and one of them is mine. Back in the year 1921, we had a really bad flood right here in the downtown area. The water rise 10 feet above street level. So the water rise 10 feet above the bridge in front of us. It killed over 50 people, and it cost millions of dollars in damages. Then along came an architect with the name of Robert Hugman. He is the one who designed the flood channel and floodgate system. Everything was finally completed in the year 1941 at a cost of only $430,000. That's how the architect earned the title of Father of the River Walk. If you guys look at the bridge behind me, on top of the bridge, you guys gonna see some shiny looking things. Those things are locks. They call the bridge the Love Lock Bridge. Oh, so beautiful. So what happens is, couples get a lock. They put their initials on the back of the lock. They put the lock on top of the bridge, and then they toss the key down the river. Supposedly when they do that, locks their love forever. But if you're not too sure about your situation, they also have combination locks.
Wow.
Do you guys know which is the day of the year where most people fall inside the river? Any guesses? No? It is on St. Patrick's
Hello.
Day. Somebody told me one time that the only reason why they fall inside the river is because the leprechaun pushed them in there. I was like, man, I don't think so. I think it's more like the Irish car bombs, the Guinness, and the Jameson shots. If you guys have not been down here for St. Patrick's Day yet, you guys should. They have this crazy big party here for St. Patrick's Day. So the party starts with a boat parade. That boat in front of the parade throws the water on this river green. After that boat, there's like 30 other boats behind it. On top of those boats, there's people like wearing costumes, people playing the bags, people partying it up, people falling off the boats because they've been drinking all day. It's crazy, it's fun, it's out of control. I like it. The only one thing I don't like for St. Patrick's Day is that for some weird reason, I cannot remember the last 4 St. Patrick's Days. I don't know why, it's weird. That tree in front of us, that's a red cypress tree, but we call it the Mid-Mainland tree. This is the biggest and oldest tree right here, the San Antonio Riverwalk. Some people say it's about 400 years old and 100 feet tall. Do you guys remember I told you we have 2 floodgates that keep this area away from flooding? This green structure in front of us, this is the second floodgate. Only 2 things that makes this floodgate different than the other one. One is that this one comes up from the top to the bottom like a car garage door. And 2, it's that this one is over here and the other one is over there. Does anybody has any questions? No, good, thank you. Let's move on, everybody. Let's move on. Building in front of us to my left-hand side. Back in the year 1921, it used to be the CPS building. This is where San Antonians will come and pay their utility bills. I can tell that none of you guys want to talk about utility bills right now. Well, guess what? Me neither. I'm not paying them in months. Instead, I'm going to talk about a cooler building. This tiny little building right here on my right-hand side, this is the Squire Tavern. This is the oldest spot right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. They opened their doors back in the year 1933. In fact, they opened the doors as a fully stacked bar exactly 5 minutes right after Prohibition ended. 5 minutes before Prohibition ended, it used to be a barber shop. They said that back in the days, people would come here and get haircuts 7 days a week. I believe that's the stories I do. They have the longest wooden bar top in the state of Texas, over 100 feet long. This is where you guys can find Bob every day after work. I'm just kidding. I actually have another job after this one. In my other job, I'm a babysitter. I am. I gotta babysit those 5 little kids I have at home. Do you guys see this section right here on my right hand side? This is our second boat tour location. Same boat tour, different location. The only difference between this boat tour location and what you guys got on, it's They don't harm me here. That's why she looks so sad. She's like, Bob, where are you? I'm like, I'm right here. You guys see that bridge over there in front of us? That's the famous Selena Bridge. Oh, so beautiful. If you guys don't know who Selena Quintanilla was, she was a really famous Tejano singer from Corpus Christi back in the years 1900s. If you guys look at this building right here on my left hand side, back in the year 1853, it used to be St. Mary's School for Boys. Only boys were allowed to come to the school back in those years. What's wrong with that idea? Then the school got too big, they had too many alumni, they had to move the campus a few blocks away from here. Somehow, eventually, it became St. Mary College. This building then reopened the doors back again in the year 1968 as La Mansión del Río Mochón. But the building I really want to talk to you guys about is going to be the really tall building on the back of this one. Do you guys see the corner of that tall building up there? Okay, now that you guys notice the corner of that really tall building up there, I'm going to show you guys something really cool. I'm going to show you guys an optical illusion. That entire building back up there is about to disappear. I know you guys are wondering how. Okay, get ready. There it goes. That entire building is about to disappear because we're about to be going underneath this bridge in front of us. Everybody was like this, the room was looking like. Hey, look, what did I say? They disappeared. Nobody knows where it went. Nobody knows. As soon as we come out of the other side of this bridge, if you guys look to my left hand side, look as high as you can, it's going to look like one freestanding wall in exactly 3 seconds. 3, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. Last but not least, 1. Now that building right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's the next hospital. The next hospital was built back in the year 1930. In the year 1930, the next hospital was the first and only hospital in the entire nation to have air conditioning. No other hospitals with air conditioning before this one. A lot of famous people have been born there. Cara Bernay, she's an actress, singer, comedian. She was born there. Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and the Furious, she was born there too. Carol Baskin from the TV show Tiger King, she was not born there. The hospital closed the doors back in 2019. The building is empty for now. Building in front of us, Hyatt Regency Hotel. They're built 1981. Before they built this hotel, they had to do shadow testing. Why would they do shadow testing, Bob? That's because they didn't want this building to cast a shadow over the Alamo. After all the shadow testing was done, they realized that only 16 stories is the highest they could go, and that's where it's at now. The lobby of this hotel links the Riverwalk with the Alamo Plaza. If you guys walk to the lobby, you guys are going to find one of the most beautiful lobbies right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. They have a series of gardens, water fountains, and waterfalls. If you guys look inside the window, they even have a miniature version of the love light for each inside there. Oh, so beautiful. If you guys look to my right hand side of the street level, you guys will see the Casino Club. That's the only casino right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. Everybody gets so happy as soon as they heard the word casino. I've noticed some of you guys, as soon as you heard the word casino, you started like twitching when you just wait to go inside there. Start gambling. Stop it. Stop it right now. I tell you why. It's just a name. It's not a real casino. There's no gambling inside that building. In fact, the upper level of this building is an apartment complex. If you guys want to move to these apartments, you guys need to put your name on a waiting list. And you're going to be waiting anywhere from 5 to 7 years. But if you guys only go to the first level, then it's going to be a 15 to 20 minute wait time. That's because the first level is just a restaurant. Talking about restaurants, I'm sure you guys already noticed that there is a lot of dining options right here in this little area over here. For example, right here on my left hand side, this is a mix between Mexican and American food. Around here we call it Tex-Mex. Right here on my right hand side, we got Mexican food. Right over there, we got Chinese Mexican. Over here, we got Italian Mexican. Right over there in the corner, you guessed it right, barbecue Mexican. I see you guys already got the point by now. Welcome to San Antonio. Mexican food everywhere. There's 25 Mexican restaurants in this little area right here all alone. How do I know that? I counted the other day. This tiny little building on my right hand side, this is the Clifford building. Back in the year 1941, the architect of the Riverwalk, Mr. Robert Hugman, decided to put his office in this tiny little building on the river level. The only reason why he did that is because he wanted to show other business owners that this area was going to be safe from flooding. And guess what? They were. Because not too long after that, finally, the first restaurant opened the doors at the San Antonio Riverwalk. It's going to be, it opens the door back in the year 1946. It's going to be Casa Rio on my right hand side. Can any of you guys take a wild guess and tell me what kind of restaurant this is? No, this is not Mexican. This is Lebanese Mexican. Just kidding, you guessed it right. This is Mexican restaurant. This Mexican restaurant is actually built on land that was granted by the King of Spain back in the year 1777. Okay, some of you guys might have noticed it already that we have gone around one big circle so far. Everywhere we've been on, except for the flood channel. It is a natural river, it does have a natural river bed. Inside this river there is a lot of fish, turtles, snakes, snails, crawfish, all kinds of animals. Water from this river comes about 4.5 miles away from here. It comes from the Edward Aquifer. The Edward Aquifer is a natural underground limestone lake. This lake is so huge.